Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Royals is Rich Gale, whose record is 1-5 with a 4.18 ERA. And pitching today for the Tigers is Jerry Ujdur, whose record is 0-2 with a 4.21 ERA. And so Dave Rozema pitched a complete game shutout, the first that he's had in the two seasons we've been playing. And that was no minor feat. I mean, he was listed as very tired at like 123 pitches before he did record the final out and got us to 500 for the month and one game over for the season, and winning two games in Baltimore. Was also kind of a big deal, as Baltimore does seem to be dropping in the standings, but we're only 2 games back behind them now, 7 games back overall. So we head back home. We have the Royals on tap here, and we'll see how we do these next 3 games with Euger and Bryn Smith and Bruce Robbins. These 3 guys who are probably not your prototypical everyday, rotation guys, are really going to have to, become not staff aces, but like serviceable starters, because we don't really have anybody else. So we have Jerry Ujdur going today, and he's had it rough, although he did pitch in relief 4 innings in his last appearance and pitched really well. Just gave up 1 run. So will we get the good Euger or the bad Euger? Euger going to have to find out. So, and then we have, here's the lineup for today. Everything is the same as yesterday. Trammell is listed as tired, but he is hitting so well right now that I can't justify taking him out. So we're going to see the same lineup as we had in yesterday's game in Baltimore. And so let's go ahead and do the Royals lineup. We have batting leadoff and playing right field is Bob Deathridge. Batting second in center field is Willie Wilson. Batting third at third base is George Brett. Batting cleanup and at first base is Ken Phelps. Batting fifth and DHing is Willie Aikens. Batting sixth and catching is Don Slaught. Batting seventh and at shortstop is Rance Mullenix. Batting eighth at second base is George Orta. And batting ninth in left field is Hal McRae. And here's Euger. As I said, he had a pretty good outing against the Indians. He went 4 1/3. He gave up 1 run, 3 walks, 2 Ks, but really stabilized that game. I believe that was the game that Bryn Smith started and just got rocked early. So good job by him. And then after all the trades, trading Milt Wilcox to the Yankees, Euger just moved right into his spot. And so we're hoping for a good string of starts here to give me some idea of whether or not he's going to be a starter for next season, as you take a look at the Tigers defense here. So here's Bob Deathridge, one of the worst photos of all time right there. I guess he just must have got called up. As you can see, he's 1 for 4, which is why we do not have a baseball card created yet. So we'll see if he is going to be the everyday starter for this series. As Deathridge pops it up to Parrish, there's 1 down. Next up is Willie Wilson. Wilson gets a base hit to left. So there's some serious speed on first. Wilson is sitting on 18 stolen bases. And that's going to bring up George Brett, batting .303 with 5 home runs. And Wilson goes, and Parrish guns him down at second base. Great job by Parrish lately. Seems to have found a stroke there at behind home plate. And then Brett doubles off the wall. That would have scored Wilson for sure, even from first. So a base running blunder as Brett stands on second base with a double. And here's our arch nemesis, Ken Phelps. Wow, batting .208 with 8 home runs. He had those 2 grand slams in a game against us as he rips it down the right field line. There's an RBI double. Back-to-back doubles for the Royals and Euger with 2 down. This is a 2-out rally going on right now. Another base hit, this time by Aikens. So all 3 lefties get hits, and it's 2-0. And this is what concerns me about our starting staff, as Slaught gets a base hit up the middle. So 5 hits in a row. And this can't go much worse. A wild pitch, as I say that, a wild pitch moves Aikens and Slaught up a bag. Melnick does have some power, so we're going to continue to play everything straight away, and then Euger strikes out Melnick to get out of the inning. I didn't see how many pitches he threw there, but he gave up 5 hits in those 2 runs. And not such a great start as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Here is the Tigers lineup today. Ricky Henderson leading off and playing center field. Batting second and at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third and in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup and at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting fifth and DHing is Reggie Jackson. Batting sixth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting seventh and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting eighth and at third base is Mickey Hatcher. And batting ninth at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Rich Gale on the mound. Here his stats. He is making his 10th start, which is exactly how many he made all last season, where he was 4-4 with that 4.65 ERA. This year, a much worse start, 1-5 with a 4.14 ERA, 28 walks, 34 Ks. Opponents are batting .274 against him, no complete games. And we actually did face him earlier this season. He got a no decision, going 5 innings, giving up 4 runs and 8 hits. So let's see if we can't put a hurting on him and keep our 2-game winning streak alive. Ricky Henderson leading off. And there's a base hit to left. I should take a look at the Royals defensive lineup. Now, Henderson keeps getting thrown out every time I go for it. But with his speed and McRae's noodle arm, we got to take a chance. And it pays off as Henderson leads off the game with a double for Detroit. It's always a risk to do that because Henderson has such a good opportunity to steal second base anyway. So it's almost not worth the risk. As Trammell hits it right back to Gale. Come on. They go to third to get that lead runner, and it didn't even matter. So that's not good if that's the way this game is going to start off. We're going to go for Trammell getting into scoring position. He does. He steals another bag. He's got 14 on the season already. So we may as well let Gibby swing away. And it's a ball 4 for Gibby. So first and second for Thompson, who is 0 for 3 against Gale. Definitely a double play candidate. He's going to flip it to left field, though. McRae makes the catch. There's no point in tagging up and getting thrown out at third. So here's Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson 0 for 3 since his trade, but 6 walks. Unbelievable. He's been getting on base almost every time up. And here he hits a ground ball to third, and we waste a golden opportunity. Against the last place team, Royals are last in the West. So we should be taking care of them summarily as Euger strikes out George Orta for the first out. So 1 down. McRae hits a ground ball to second. There's the second out. Back to the top of the lineup with Deathridge. And Deathridge hits a ground ball to Whitaker. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Euger. Go to the bottom of the second, down 2. Here's big wheel Lance Parrish leading it off with a Jimmy Jack to left. That is his 5th home run on the year, and he's starting to flex his muscles here in the month of May after getting off to that terrible start. Hancock strikes out swinging. That's the first K for Gale. That's going to bring up Mickey Hatcher, who's looking for his first hit as a Tiger. Ground ball gets past Brett at third, and there it is. Hatcher's got his first hit in a Detroit uniform. We're going to hit and run with Sweet Lou. And Lou's going to hit a pop-up on the infield, so that does not help. It's going to leave it up to Ricky to get this 2-out rally going. And there we go. Gale walks Henderson. So first and second, 2 down for Trammell. I'm going to have Trammell swing away and another walk. So Gale with 3 walks at 43 pitches, and the bases are loaded for Gibby. And we need a big clutch hit here from Gibson. Nope. Off the end of the bat, popping it up to Brett at third. And that is a 3rd out. So we do get a run on the board by the home run from Parrish, and it's 2-1. Willie Wilson leading off the top of the 3rd with a line drive to center. Caught by Henderson, so 1 down. Next up is George Brett. Brett, base hit up the middle. You cannot stop Brett. He was batting .341 versus righties. So here's this murder's row of lefties that really stung us in the first. Another shot off the wall and right. Brett scores, and that's 2 doubles for Ken Phelps. And Euger is really struggling against the lefties. Willie Aikens, who is a lefty, lines out to center. There's 2 down now with Phelps at second. Rookie catcher Don Slaught up next, and he strikes out. So we limit the damage to just 1. It is 3-1 Royals, with JT leading off the inning. 0 for 4 with a K against Gale. And Thompson hits a ground ball to Brett at third. There is the first out. Next up is Reggie. And Reggie hits a high fly ball to right center field, and that is the 2nd out. And it's going to leave it up to Parrish. Had that home run last inning, and he flips it to the left, and McRae will make the catch. So we go to the top of the 4th. It's 3-1 Kansas City. Rance Mullenix will lead off. Ground ball to first. And an error by Thompson. Come on. So Mullenix is on first with George Orta up next. And Orta's popping it up to Trammell on the outfield grass. And there's 1 down. Let's turn 2 here with McRae. Nope. Euger's going to walk him. And now we need to guard the lines as Deathridge steps in. Ground ball right to Hatcher, and a double play gets the Tigers out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Gary Hancock leading off. He's 2 for 4 with a home run against Gale. And inside pitch that Hancock pulls to first. Phelps makes the play, 1 down. Next up is Mickey Hatcher. And that's the 2nd out as he grounds out to Orta at second base. And then Whitaker hits a sharp ball past the shortstop Mullenix, and there's a base hit for Sweet Lou. So 4 hits for Detroit as we're back to the top of the lineup again. Wild pitch by Gale, moving Whitaker into scoring position. And then Gale gets Henderson to pop it up. And there's the 3rd out. Oh no! It's a dropped by Phelps. And the inning is alive. Wow. Okay, so first and third for Trammell. Oh, man. Just going to hit a fly ball to center, and that'll end the inning. So this game is all about wasted opportunities by Tigers pitchers. Euger at 72 pitches. Man, playing 237. So we're going to let him pitch to Willie Wilson, infield single. With these lefties coming up, I mean, there's no point in pitching him. So we're gonna bring in Dave Rozema, who we just brought up. He pitched in one game and he gave up a hit. Couldn't even get an out. So with his great ratings, I mean, this guy should be a lights-out pitcher. So we'll see how he does here against George Brett. Ground ball to second. Oh, man, come on. Whitaker commits an error. Everybody moves up. So first and second now for Ken Phelps. Ground ball to Whitaker. And there's a double play. So 2 down, and Willie Wilson is on third base. Willie Aikens is up. And a pass ball. Scores a run. Yeah, I mean, like sometimes there's just nothing you can do. I mean, they're going to score the run whether you want them to or not, you know? So, I mean, why would you want them to? But still, my point is that I don't think there's a right decision in some moments that will negate whatever the computer AI is going to force upon you. So we go to the bottom of the fifth as Gibby pops out to first. And Thompson strikes out looking. Rich Gale, all of a sudden at 1-5, is the best pitcher in all of baseball as Reggie grounds out to first. So we go to the sixth inning. We have a righty and 2 lefties up, so we're going to let Rucker go another inning here. Slot hits it right back to Dave Rucker. There's 1 down. Next up is Rance Mullenix. Mullenix dropping it into right center field. It's going to be caught by Hancock, so nice play there. 2 down for George Orta. And a ground ball picked off by Trammell and tosses Orta out at first. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. We're down 3. It's not too late to rally as Gale's at 90 pitches now. Another long fly ball from Parrish, this time falling short of the warning track. There's 1 down. Next up is Gary Hancock, a weak ground ball to first. That is the 2nd out. Hey, there we go, another base hit, this time by Mickey Hatcher, his 2nd of the day. And we need a big hit here. We have not been clutch at all. Whitaker blooping it into left center field. It will be caught, and that's going to do it for the Tigers' half of the 6th. We go to the 7th. We're going to flip it over to the in-game stats. I mean, player of the game probably, Hatcher's got 2 hits, but it's probably Parrish having the only home RBI with that home run. So now we got some righties, so we're going to take out Rucker, who did a decent job, and we're going to bring in Joe Beckwith, who, as I mentioned, passed away 2 days ago, sadly enough. He's going to face Hal McRae to lead off the 7th. McRae flies out to Henderson, 1 down. And a base hit for Deathridge. So that's going to be a runner at first for Willie Wilson, and then we got the lefties coming up. Wilson is a switch hitter, but he does hit worse versus righties. Although you wouldn't know it, today he's got a 2nd hit. I'm sorry, that is his 3rd hit versus righties, and that is his weaker side. So we're going to take him out. We're probably just on the verge of blowing up Beckwith's ERA. George Brett batting 176 versus lefties. We're bringing in Underwood, who has been pretty solid. Opponents only batting 197 against him, and the splits 139 is what lefties are batting against Underwood. So here's Brett with runners on first and second. Ground ball right to Thompson. And they do turn two to get out of it. So fantastic job by the relievers today, putting themselves in tough positions, but a little cooperation, helping pitchers out of those tough spots. As Henderson flies out to right, Tigers have 5 hits against this crappy pitcher. Now is listed as tired, but then so is Trammell as he pops out onto the outfield grass behind second. It's going to leave it up to Gibby. And a ground ball to short. We go to the 8th, still 4-1. Leaving Underwood in there to get these 2 lefties out. And he strikes out Phelps. There's 1 down. Aikens batting .211 versus lefties, but Aikens is going to deposit it into the right field bleachers, and it's 5-1. Yeah, I mean, we just can't get any. I mean, it's like the game is like saying 500. That's the best you can do with this team, no matter who you put in there. We keep going 3 games down, 3 games up, back to 500, and I think Jason Thompson, who's we see right here, he's going to be the next to be traded. I hate to let him go as he strikes out here. It's his second strikeout today. He's been pretty solid both seasons we've played, but he's a free agent at the end of the year as Reggie gets his first hit as a Tiger and then advances on the error in right field by Deathridge. So now we've got Jackson on second. Parrish popping it up to second base. Just absolutely nothing against Gale is at 113 pitches. Hancock gets a base hit to left. Only clutch hitter on our team, to be honest. I mean, he's not having a good year, but you can almost always count on him once a game coming through. Oh, here we go. Here's where it gets tough. They're going to bring in Quiz now. Quisenberry's our closer. He got the part-time job last year, and he's taken over the role this year. Actually, not all that great. 0-2, a 3.71 ERA. Only 4 strikeouts and 17 innings pitched. He is 5 out of 6 in save opportunities. So Hatcher, he's got 2 hits today. We're going to let him swing away. And Quisenberry gets him to ground to first. We get another run on the board on the RBI single from Hancock. We go to the top of the 9th. And we're going to let Underwood face Orta. Underwood gave up that home run to Willie Mays Aikens last inning, and he gets Orta to pop it up to first. So that's going to do it for Underwood. And what are we going to do here? We're going to bring in Weaver, only because he's pitched 10 less innings than Tobic already, so we'll give Tobic another day off here. Weaver gets McRae to hit a ground ball to second, and Whitaker makes the play. Back to the top of the lineup with Deathridge, and Deathridge is going to pop it up to Whitaker. There is the 3rd out, and that's going to do it. As we go to the bottom of the 9th, game on the line now. Here's Sweet Lou leading off against Quisenberry. First time facing him, and there's an infield single for Lou. So Lou's on first. Sounds like I'm saying who's on first. Base hit by Henderson up the middle. Tigers maybe getting a little rally going. This is what the game does, though. Like I said like 10 times today. But they'll tease you. We'll probably score 2 runs before Quisenberry strikes out 3 in a row. And there we go. There's a shot into the gap by Trammell. A run scores. We have the fastest guy against one of the weakest arms. And Henderson is safe at third. So first and third for Gibby. Gibby's struggling. This game, he's 0 for 3 with a walk. We're going to let him swing away. And he's going to hit a fly ball into right field. And what did I say? Henderson tags up and scores, sac fly. And here we are within 1 run. Thompson, a double play candidate, but we got to let him swing away. With 1 swing of the bat, this game could be over. He's batting .275 versus righties. This could also be a double play to end it. Yep, that's it right there. I told you that's what the game does, man. It's so predictable. As the Tigers lose 5-4. Another just pathetic loss. We win 2 on the road against one of the best teams in the game, and then we go home and lose a stink burger like that one. So no trade offers. We'll take a look at the standings. Yeah, we fall 1 game below the Yankees now, but holding it 7 games back as Boston lost. And Kansas City pops out of, no, I guess they're tied now for last with the White Sox, which is just crazy to see the White Sox doing so bad. And the Royals are shorthanded too. They're down 1 starting pitcher and 1 reliever, and yet they won that game. Let's pull up the box score. We'll get out of here. Like and subscribe. Also, if you like sports, maybe some of my new subscribers, but I do have another whole collection of videos that I've done where I open up sports cards on this channel. And if you go to my playlist, you can check them out. You can see they're divided up into their individual sports. And you can watch only baseball card videos if you choose to. There's some really fun stuff in there as Euger takes a loss. 0-3 on the year. I mean, he didn't pitch horrible, but the lefties just tore him a new one. And Rich Gale gets the win. He's 2-5 now, lowering his ERA under 4. Quisenberry gets the save, although he gave up those 2 runs, which was totally predictable. And Willie Mays-Aikens gets his 2nd home run. Lance gets his 5th. Player of the game, I guess I've already said it. We're going to go ahead and give it to Lance Parrish for his home run and RBI. Everybody else was kind of just blah today. Ricky Henderson did have 2 hits, but yeah, we're going to give it to Parrish. So great job by him. And that's going to do it for this game. We'll be back tomorrow with game 2 of the series. Until then, everyone have a great night.